let's go into something related to Nigeria. So there's this thing happening, and I'm sure you heard about it, where a lot of Nigerians are leaving Nigeria and coming to the UK. It's called Japa.
Okay. I have a lot to say on that.
Okay, what are your thoughts? Because I feel like everybody wants to come here. Mostly Nigerians, the main place Nigerians travel to the most is the UK. And everybody feels like, when you land here, it's like the land of milk and honey, everything just opens up for you. What are your thoughts on the whole Japa thing entirely?
For one, there's a reverse of that. There was a Japa to Nigeria. The time I finished university here, that was the same time my peers were all running back to Nigeria.
Oh, they're living here, going back?
Yes.
Oh, really?
This was the Goodluck Jonathan time and the promise of everybody being able to make a lot of money in Nigeria, right? So everybody was going back.
Oh, really?
I saw part of myself here. I have a friend of mine who I would love to send this video to if this part makes it.
Yeah, for sure.
She always laughs at me and says, "My only friend who thinks who's going to be a millionaire in the UK." Okay. So she's always made a joke of that since when she moved to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And obviously the circumstances of things in Nigeria have changed over that time. I mean, I finished university in 2007, 16 years now, right? So that's 2 presidential terms have gone past, and things have thoroughly changed. And people, I guess, who have the option of exploring other avenues of success or creating other foundations for their families have decided they can't see that path anymore. And that's why I guess Japa has reversed back to the States or back to the UK. And it's not everybody that has that option. And I for one, I find it regretful that I'm not drawn to do more business in Nigeria. I have a very, very small business interest in Nigeria, not because I can't make money in Nigeria, but as I was saying to you earlier, I like the stability of the business in the UK. Someone can't come into my office today and shut down this building or knock down this building. That's not a possibility here. Just not.
Doesn't happen.
We'll probably get 5 years notice, and I'll make plans, to protect my business against that.
And somebody can also come and evict you if you paid if you have.
Of course not. It's not possible. They're just things that would struggle with operating within such an ecosystem. So I don't blame those who are jackpotting back to the UK because they went back to Nigeria with a promise, and that promise is probably has not come to fruition for them, and that's why they're coming back. And they see better opportunities here, by all means.
Interesting conversation, isn't it? But I know most of you who don't know him, you may want to dismiss his assertion because you don't really know his worth. That's Ikenachi the Odo, a Nigerian-born UK-based entrepreneur. Of course, he's Igbo. He owns one of Europe's biggest luxury car rental company. The name of his company is Star Luxury Car. You can go and check it out. You heard him talk about the Japa syndrome, how many people left the UK to Nigeria during Goodluck Jonathan regime. Most of us, we always talk about people leaving Nigeria to UK, but during the Goodluck Jonathan regime, a lot of persons came to Nigeria from the UK, and his father also returned to Nigeria. Hold on a bit, something is connecting. Paul Owunibe, the owner of Landmark Beach that has been controversially destroyed by Tinubu administration, started that empire in 2007. Is it connecting? He was also residing in the UK. He decided to come back and invest in Nigeria, having sold off his businesses in the UK. This was the same period that Ikenna said his parents moving to Nigeria, and it wasn't only his parents. So many persons also moving alongside Ikenna's parents and Paul Onwudibe. This means that many diasporans saw prospects in Nigeria and they decided to come in droves to come and invest. This actually had a positive effect on the Nigeria economy. In 2012, Nigeria economy was rated 3rd fastest growing economy in the world alongside China, India and Dubai. That was a massive surge in the space of 5 years of investors coming into Nigeria with hope high that they are going to invest their money in the country, and they also have prospect that the money they invested in the country will yield dividends. They came into the country because the atmosphere was conducive for growth. The government of the day was friendly. Of course, we all know that Goodluck Jonathan was one of the best presidents this country would have experienced if he was given the chance. Well, that didn't happen because power brokers like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Muhammadu Buhari, and all other politicians, Atiku Abubakar, involved, connive with uninformed and bigoted Nigerians to snatch power away from Goodluck Jonathan in the most despicable and propagandist way. Power was handed to no other person but guess who? President Muhammadu Buhari, who has no knowledge of economy and proper leadership. In 8 years, the Nigerian economy tanked. Millions of Nigerians were thrown into poverty. Foreign reserve depleted. Insecurity worsened. Buhari took Nigeria debt to 71 trillion naira. Imagine that. This is painfully laughable. Rather than reversing the trend, they ended up with no other person but Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has a lot of baggages. Tinubu has been traveling around the world trying to woo investors to come in and invest in Nigeria. But his attitude back home is scaring investors away. Those of you who go on social media to shout that people who are criticizing the government ill policies are demarketing Nigeria, look no further. Your president and his ill policies is demarketing Nigeria. Of course, you just saw one person that is saying that I won't come to Nigeria to invest. I won't bring my money to Nigeria. I have just a tiny worth of investment in Nigeria. Just because I just want to keep it there, I can't bring all my investment in Nigeria. I will never be like Paul Onwunibi that sold his property in the UK to come to Nigeria to invest because he believed in the government of Goodluck Jonathan. But that government is no longer available. The people available are not making the environment conducive for him and anyone else. This guy is one out of thousands of investors that look at Nigeria and say, that country, no, I will never commit my money in that country. They look at Nigeria and say, I will never go to a lawless country and invest. A country that will just wake up one day and choose to destroy my business because the president wants to build a road, a highway road that may take 30 years to complete. You heard what Ikenna said. He said no one can just wake up and destroy his business in the UK. Imagine him having so much confidence in the UK system, more than he has for his own country. This is painful to hear. It's painful. If there is any need for a development within the premises where his business is domiciled, he will be given time. He said he will be given 5 years to adjust himself and take his business somewhere else. His business cannot just be demolished over time. Landmark was given 7 days notice by the Lagos state government. What level of administrative carelessness is that? 7 days to vacate a $200 million investment with 4,000 staff? Come on, this is a joke. The people in Aso Rock need to be checked. They need help. After scaring investors away with their policies, they went and announced a fake $600 million investment deal with Danish shipping giant Mola Merks. The company had to come out to debunk the news. The presidential media aide had to delete the tweets, but rather than owning up to their mistake, they went ahead and created a fake video buttressing that Tinubu had actually secured a $600 million deal with Merks. What a shame.
I'm happy to present to you local CEO of APM Terminals, Chairman of NESCA's management team of APGL. With this facility, Nigeria is starting of getting over 1 million jobs.
Facility to really world-class capabilities and invested over $100 million there. And so our proposal is to upgrade the Apapa port facility with our partners there and invest $500 million in upgrading the facilities.
To actually come forward with your commitments of investment. And for me, it's something I want the rest of Nigerians to see and to hear, and to be rest assured that it's going to get better. We committed and we promised Nigerians that there will be jobs. And also, calculating numbers, sitting down here, we just created 3 million jobs. In 2 days, we are seeing opportunities of creating 5 million jobs. So what we are doing is also to create a job center where we can actually put out the opportunities that are available for Nigerians to see and to contact those who are providing these jobs in a matchmaking process. So we do all that we can and all that it takes to remove the bottlenecks around businesses for you, increase the ease of doing business, and support you in every way we can to ensure that you're.
These guys took an entire different video and added a voiceover in it. If you watch the video carefully, you will notice that the lips did not sign with the voice. Even Community Notes had to debunk that video as a fake video. Come on. All they want to do is to buttress a point that Tinubu secured a $600 million deal with Merck. X has debunked that news. Why are they embarrassing Nigeria? Why are they demarketing Nigeria? What you just watched is enough to scare any investors away. Because as it stands now, once you take a picture with Tinubu, his handlers will go and post that Tinubu has secured a deal with you. P2B said that investors are like bee. The country is like honey. If you do the right thing, make the atmosphere conducive, the rule of law must be put in place, because the rule of law is an intangible asset. This will attract the investors. You don't go about looking for investors. They are like bee. They are attracted to a conducive place where they can lick the honey. You don't make your country unconducive with propaganda. All you do is propaganda upon propaganda. The other time Tinubu went to Dubai, the first time he traveled to Dubai, his handler came and posted that the Dubai visa ban has been lifted up into the country, and it boosts the economy of Nigeria. But Goodluck left, Buhari took over. Since the period Buhari took over till now, there has been massive movement of persons out of this country. It's now the UK syndrome, Japa syndrome. People want to leave this country at all means, at all costs, because the country is no longer conducive for them. The people that came into this country, they want to leave. Now tell me what Paul Owonibe is going to be thinking right now. Man sold his businesses in the UK to come to Nigeria to invest his money, and what did he get in payment? His businesses was demolished just because the government want to build a coastal road project. A coastal road project that is e-time and e-thought through. Good project, but this is not our priorities. And you keep shouting, bring in investors. How many investment has Tinubu been able to attract into the country? None. That is why they have to resort to a propaganda investment, a fake investment that is not available. The sooner you all realize that whatever is happening in Nigeria today is going to affect you directly. You directly. Not even Tinubu, not even Atiku Abubakar. It will affect you directly. These guys are made, but are you made? Do you have 24/7 power supply in your house? They have it. Do you have access to petrol? They have it. Do you have access to good medical facility? They have it. If anything happens to them, the fire of the country. Whenever Tinubu is sick, he goes to France for medical checkup. Tinubu goes to France for medical checkup. But most of you do not even have access to good, affordable medical facility. You don't even have it. You don't have access to it. It's not even available in the country. It's not available in the country. The other day in Kwara State, a lady posted a man that was having a cardiac arrest. He was having a panic shock on the way. For 4 hours, they were waiting for ambulance. No ambulance inside. Unfortunately, that man died. That is how many people die in this country. Because the government of the day is not investing in this country. Rather than investing in this country, they are destroying the little investment that is left in this country. That is what they are doing. They are destroying the little investment they have in this country. Imagine destroying the third fastest economy in the world in 8 years. Imagine if the government of the day is doing the right thing, Nigeria would have blossomed from where they met it, but they took it backwards. Now, rather than you voting them out, because as it stands now, APC has nothing to offer Nigeria. They absolutely have nothing to offer Nigeria. Rather than you voting them out, you allow them to continue in their ineptitude. You allow them to continue destroying the economy. When Tinubu took over presidency when he was inaugurated as the president of Nigeria, everything went worse. Inflation, everything went worse. That is to show you that they don't have anything to offer. Rather than voting them out, you want them to continue in their impunity. You want them to continue destroying the economy. You want them to continue in insecurity. That is what you want. And tomorrow you will come on social media and shouting, stop demarketing Nigeria. You are the ones demarketing Nigeria with your ill-informed decision. The decision you made to bring in Buhari as the president of this country demarketed Nigeria. The decision you made to continue with the OPC demarketed Nigeria. It is not the people that are holding the government accountable. It's not the people that are calling out the ease of the government, the e-policies of the government that are demarketing Nigeria, but you that decided to allow APC to continue to power. You are the ones demarketing Nigeria, and you are the one that is destroying your life, because these men, these politicians, they have everything in abundance. That is the truth. Whatever you are suffering today, they are not suffering it. Most of you do not have access to petrol today because there's fuel scarcity. I can tell you, these politicians have it in abundance. But if you want to decide that enough is enough, you know what to do. You have the power in your hand through your voter's card to vote these people out. Don't say it cannot be done. It can be done. Senegalese did it. You also can do it as well. You can do it, because we can no longer continue in the circle. Enough is enough. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Please ensure you like, subscribe, drop your comment reaction in the comment box.